Half Horse Tarot. I am here with your mid-month update for the month of August 2018. As promised, I am doing you guys first for this batch of readings. If you haven't watched your monthly reading for the month of August, all of those readings have been posted, so go ahead and take a look at those. They're a bit longer than this reading will be and a little more detailed. So make sure you take a look at those if you haven't already. Thank you to all of you who have liked my videos, subscribed to the channel, shared, whatever you may have done, or even just watching the videos. I really appreciate it. It definitely means a lot as I'm trying to get this channel started and off the ground. So this is your mid-month update. It's going to be a little bit shorter than the monthly reading, and I know a lot of you guys like to watch readers shuffle the cards and deal them out, but I have a really janky camera setup, and if I were to shuffle, first of all, we'd be here forever, and second, it would shake the entire camera. So I've gotten ahead and laid out the cards for you already. We're going to start with the main focal point of your reading, which is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So aces, to me, when they appear in the reverse, are usually a sign of blocked energy. So it's not necessarily negative to me just because it's in the reverse. I do think that there's an element of a blockage here, though. In the upright, the ace is all about clarity, cutting through lies, deceit, illusions, victory, success. And in the reverse, I think that there's something that is blocking you from being able to do that, preventing you from being able to, proverbially see the light. I don't know if some of you guys are surrounded by people who may be a little bit unsavory, who may not have your best interest in mind. Maybe you're being fed some lies and, you're in a place where you can't effectively move forward or make decisions or build relationships, whatever it may be, because there's this fundamental element of mistrust there. I don't necessarily, even though it's not negative being in the reverse, I don't necessarily like the vibe it's putting off, especially with some of the other cards in your reading. So the way I interpret this particular spread is a bit like the Lenormand spread, the 5-card spread, if you're familiar with that particular style of reading. So I think that a lot of you guys may have an individual in your life who isn't particularly the best sort of person. They may be an emotional manipulator, or they may be what I would call like a silver tongue, somebody who's really good with words, with spinning tales, with not being 100% truthful, dealing in the realm of half-truths. Because we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, which is mirrored by the Emperor in reverse. So this is more likely than not a person. Normally the knights to me are not people, but because these two cards clarify each other in this particular spread, I think that this might be somebody that they could be a water sign, which for your reference would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Could be Sun, Moon, or Rising. And even though the Emperor is here, and that's generally going to be a male, just because I'm reading for so many people, it could also be a female. So, keep that in mind. Don't get hung up on that. I don't really like the energy that this person is putting off, and I don't know if you're considering or weighing up whether or not you should trust this person, if they're a person that you're considering getting in a relationship with, or if you are in a relationship with them, there may be this kind of element of not being able to discern the truth. We have the Two of Swords in the upright as the overall energy for your reading, which is somebody who, as you can see, she's blindfolded, and there's the moon crossed beneath her swords there. And that says to me that there might be some lies and deception that are surrounding you, and you're having a hard time really being able to figure out what's the truth and what's a lie. I worry that some of you guys may be told something by this person, and with a 10 of Wands in reverse, maybe you start to shirk off some of your responsibilities. Maybe you drop a burden thinking that this person's going to be there to support you. For example, say that you are working with somebody and they come in and they say, hey, I know that you're really bogged down with all of these reports. I'll go ahead and do half of them if, you'll do something for me. And, you trust them, you take them at their word, and so you drop some of the things that you're responsible for, and then it comes out later that they screwed you over, didn't do what they told you that they were gonna do, and so now you're left, you know, kind of being hung out to dry. So if some of you guys are considering, you know, dropping a burden, you know, dropping something that you have been doing for a long time, that you've been routinely putting the work in to achieve or accomplish, just because somebody comes in and they make you kind of an offer that's too good to be true, or one that you can't refuse, really be careful before you take them up on that offer. For those of you who may be considering dropping this person, I think that's actually a pretty positive move. So if you decide that's what you're going to do, I say, hey, go for it, because, you know, with this ace here, you do have some sort of new beginning on the horizon, something that's going to be really positive and it's going to bring you a lot of, you know, success and just clarity. And this person is kind of like, they're clouding that energy. They're clouding that, you know, even looking at the Ace of Swords, you can see the clouds behind the swords. So I don't like, if that is a person, I don't like their energy at all. You know, we also have the Four of Swords here, which again kind of reemphasizes that need to really take some time, because this does clarify this Ten of Wands in reverse. Take some time to really meditate on the situation, to reflect on the situation. Make sure that before you drop any of your responsibilities, that you've had time to really consider if this is the best thing for you to do. For others of you, it's a sign that you have just been running yourselves ragged. You've been working way too hard, and you're really in need of a break, you know, some respite, R&R, just to take some time for yourselves to really kind of cleanse. Because you know, I'm looking at your reading, and there's a lot of kind of stagnant energy. You know, you have a lot of reversals, and the cards that you do have in the upright are cards that are kind of, you know, not really indicative of any sort of movement or action. You're just kind of at a standstill. And I think that some of you guys are trying to figure out what it is you need to go, what it is you need to do, and which direction you need to go in. And you're just having a hard time being able to figure that out. But if you're to take some time to, you know, step back and really reflect on whatever situation is currently, you know, the central focus for you this month, I think you're going to be able to figure it out. Others of you, you know, if this Emperor energy and this Knight of Cups energy isn't a person, maybe you're just feeling as though things are out of control. You know, maybe you are trying to make some sort of forward movement and you just feel like things are going so slow, like nothing's really going your way. You're feeling bogged down. You know, you're getting to the point where you're just really exhausted and you're stuck. You're not sure what to do, which option to take. Like I said, I think the key for you guys this month, for, you know, the rest of August, is going to be this Four of Swords, really meditating and taking time to think things through. I do also have a Lenormand card here just to give some more information, and this is the Ship card. And this can mean a lot of things. It can mean travel, it can mean, you know, some sort of journey. It can mean somebody being at a distance from you. So maybe with this particular situation, like I said, with this person that maybe you can't trust, maybe they're at a distance from you. For instance, they could be somebody that you met online and maybe you've never seen them face to face, and they're feeding you all of these lies that you aren't sure whether or not they're being truthful with you, and you want to believe it, but you fear that it sounds too good to be true. Maybe it's that kind of situation where there's this communication at a distance with this person. For others of you, the Ship is going to be a sign, you know, if this kind of toxicity is in your life, hey, dump this person and move on from them. You know, as you can see, the individual in the boat is by herself. She's going off on this journey into the dark with her light, and she's all alone. So some of you guys, if you have somebody in your life who is that toxic and that awful to be around, and you know, you just never know whether or not you can trust them, you're better off just leaving and moving forward on your own, because you know, you do have something positive here. You do have this opportunity for success and victory, but as long as they are weighing you down, you're not going to be able to achieve that goal that you want to achieve, or gain that clarity, or be as successful as you would be without them. They're just kind of dead weight. Others of you, if you're not dealing with a person, this is all just kind of a manifestation of your energy. This idea of being, unsure, feeling things aren't really in your control, feeling overwhelmed. Some of you guys do just need to take a break. Maybe some of you guys do need to travel, go on a vacation. There's a few weeks left in the summer. Maybe take a short trip, just clear your mind, something that's going to allow you to get this rest that you need, and kind of find some clarity in your lives. Clear out all that negative energy, that, anxiety. And I do think that others of you are just kind of on a journey, like a spiritual journey. You're kind of going through a rough patch right now, but across the signs and even across readers, that's something I've been noticing. Everybody's really, this month in particular, kind of going through it. And it's just a sign, hey, keep going. With this 10 of Wands, even though it's in the reverse, you are almost there. You're almost there. Don't give up. Hang in there. And once you get to that goal that you've been pursuing, you can drop that load and bam, we can flip this baby in the upright. You have a whole new beginning, a whole lot of success, and a whole lot of victory, and you're almost there. Just hang in there, keep going. Make sure that you take time for yourselves, really contemplate your options, meditate, reflect, have some introspection, examine the relationships with the people that you have in your inner circle. Maybe if there are people there that you can't really trust, who have been kind of playing you like a fiddle, it's time for them to go. They're not doing you any good. And you're going to know if that's relevant to you. I don't think that this is going to be new energy coming in, but if it is, if that doesn't really make sense, be on the lookout these next couple of weeks for somebody who comes in who, is a bit of a smooth talker and seems a little too good to be true. So, it's not terribly negative energy. I think you guys just definitely need to be making sure that you're working on yourselves and making sure that everything is copacetic, in terms of your relationships with other people, so that you don't get, bogged down or pulled back because of somebody else's dead weight or their lies. So I hope that this resonated with some of you guys. If it didn't, make sure to check out your moon sign and your rising signs for some more information, or to see if any of those readings resonate more. If neither this nor the monthly reading resonated, we will try again in September. As usual, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get and the more traffic that I get, the more readings I can do for you guys in the future. Maybe switch over to do some weeklies, some romantic love life readings, whatever you guys want. So let me know in the comments if any of this resonated, or if you guys have any questions. And I will see you guys with your September monthly reading.